mamintiu na my imagine say sisia no as elections no the body performance baba every 4 years be piamo nko na just no na mamintiu madi
but I think the way Jumama NDC can pay other from polling agents, say branch executive, and there you'll be proud to see the performance. By now, we Jumama no, with me a year this kind of this sort of performance. We can say before then, no, now MPP are catching say. One pension mama abe president, I vice president, I DCE. Inti dem biom fufro ben na wodi ba. One ni bi biom baba biom. One ni bi biom baba biom. In fact, ba omi anya akonya ko be ka say, anya mama wa president krapo na economy ne dollar ni siri na ye medunyame economy na ye. So, that akoye what are you sending to the people? But then this anya odire we say the leader now no experience now no ehia my Ghana because we here obi a wasua ate ade ase watire mu da ekwan ben ene de beko. And don't forget during our campaign one thing the NDC did was to solicit almost everybody who matters in this country the views in terms of manifesto ayetro then ebeboa then ebeye aboa oman no so and all these friends views no aboa shape the ye nde nta kwa say oman no ankasa policy na ye di bad. Wachi when we started talking about this good board issue the MPP made noise say eba entimi ejuma entimi ye bibia at that time was a time na ya omu edi omuchi a omu ye this issue of Ejepa issue. Now Japan was almost like say, oh yeah, this are come to and can obey. But watching young start here, come with $12 million at their come will be say, did na am fine yard. Young start you not $12 million. But today, showing the kind of a leadership na you want, ama start here impact na woman. Now the first question you ask is, hey. Say no man Ghana gold mo aye timi di free man pa because regulation any wonti nanka ska we nanka yeko. Yeah. Okay? Nanka that is what is one thing that you need to do. Two. Obi say nti yakoton nyama we no e buy then crown phone for so many woman. Okay. Watchi. Only me say ye na de bia sorry a asoman eto aduane eto nsuo ye bibia. But unya ko ekuro bia ebe ye yie na manfo dudu okọ ho a investments can call that time no different. Okay. It adds to the economy of that area, that community because amount for eba obi aba ko to ku be bebre ato ho amount for to amasike bi eba area ho. It changed some kind of investment na economy na area ho. And this is what the Gold Board is doing for us today. In that you injected these dollars in this country. Nanka ebe ya no hia obi nanka ba down no wuntimi mu e decide sika we na e di ko mo say obi akoto sika no free abrochi e di yam money laundering dey come which the central bank any control so the moment the central bank any control scanner e from mine mu e ba no e ko e dey ba no then you have a problem because na control be any obi but say no ya nya opportunity a central bank yes sika to control that's the idea is because that's 1.7 billion which is a half of the friends saying I'm a sky ekoji you know eko ebano it tells you say you don't need any money to inject dollar to inject in the market
1.17
1.17 yes. Say ebano which means ask way no you don't now going to borrow any money somewhere. Yeah. So remember injected dollars into the system.
So now rest assured to say within 3 months we can get $3 billion.
Ebe question sir. Ebe question sir. Enti we say they be also say I'm a physical eba. Even though embassy liquid money.
Yes.
But just because he has say 3.350 billion bandi it means our forex. But they say no, we no deal. We are sure say they be a $1 million on my account. Okay.
Your control.
Also. Okay. Your control. So. And this is what the thing is doing. And because me control was scary so no. And here's a make up $1 be injected into the system. And in fact pressure so amount $1 no or had amount for because gold now here to no see this energy to. And this is the magic Yeah. In the first 1 month, in fact, doing this, we calculate here. We 1.7 free so, which means in the last 3 months or so, almost 700 in the year.
Yeah.
So your average now is 700 in the year. But it tells you say, not that time now, fair na year started. When to bigger child say, oh, policy be any abo way, any abo. Oh, because a fair year started say no, ya timia teaching crofo back. A fair plenty of crofo crowd must say.
No, averagely. By the second partner, the torso. Say they've done.
I'll say 4 months.
40 billion.
Okay, so 4 billion.
Okay, so my February.
Yes.
To May.
So
whole of February, March, April, May. That's 4 months.
4 months.
4 months. Yeah.
Into you 1.7 free 4 billion.
No, and 1.7. 1.17.
I mean, we free more. We calculation a mouse cost. It tells you say the more we have these policies in HMA Juma to block all the loopholes, because yes, still living with this, there are still little loopholes. There are still little loopholes. It is our loopholes in the see any year. And even if you are doing the say 1.2 and 1.1, no crap on air cost stage, no. It's say on the power won't drive a car, say Okomase. So to me, 110, which means you are doing 100 kilometers per hour, no. Which is all your 110 now. On the traffic, I bet you have 100. Okay. It means that you are on the good course. So it is something that now has shown some positives in our economy. In fact, for the first time in our history, say company, a product, it's much sure criteria say me whom for so bad dollar mo, intimate me yamaso. As a woman we is so a friend say,
yeah.
So we I think they need to be commended in Juma Power movie say a impact aba. For the first time in the history of the country, Obi and sorry and that campaign. The only thing people will tell you into Mumba crap on noir. Say I didn't perform your moon. Say I didn't know Obi into from that. Today, transport fares has been reduced. In Yaman air call resist promise oh now me koto banchindra na banchi ente so what as I'm saying before say sebi question ba come be say what's also be edo for the cook $40 do for nyamara
and for me bana akwa if you want to say honorable yente the crossroads are the $80
but the good thing is say sa impact na ye nya we no e do stage bia e impact ma enyama no e nko say de bia ada say
I've given myself 1 year say enema so tete no kra be massive from next year
the good thing about it is say yente so krapa you don't increase it.
That's true.
Just last year so calculate enyama say okoto ade a ukita sika kakra kan ho say ebia e kwa betum. But today, because the way it is, at least the anti-sonograpo is stable.
Yeah.
And everybody in the economy they are ways for you to plan. Idea So it is the leadership idea we have to always say that we are proud to have John Dramani Mahama as a president. Because in fact the last time whilst even they are doing good for Oyamokasi, they have a policy, Now more check Skakrapo Central Bank they account. Omu chesiko, omu kasa alunim, oda chebiabra. The account, but still we are not able to manage our dollar and our economy needs. Okay. It's some that is why today MPP Kwan Baomia scammer try say so your account and I didn't be see.
Where Chatawale? Share TV no so. Chas Niyama Mensa. Nidino no. What say? I am feeling this new government. Wallahi. They truly came for the masses and part.
No, you see,
Shatawale, no.
In fact, you see, anybody who gets a second chance, went to me and fanya the papa.
Yes, or by four.
Yes.
Or by four.
Yes. You see, and I am happy, say, and that's why the president said, standard no, but that's the reason because issue we say. It will now get to a point. nobody will come and campaign on 8 years, 4 years, because there's a space for you to be able to perform.
Yeah.
It's a space for you to be able to perform. But it's also talked about the vehicle now. That vehicle is also a party. The party who allows the papa lead party, not just be our say in the analysis about me. Or say on the MPP they are born, dear bro, Mangana. By saying this, all candidate and Benty, we can win elections. What do you say? Where any power also only do my only the end say because there's some kind of candidate being back. So it's not about obi performance.
Yeah.
Because no one consider.
Yeah.
In the bar, second time which me about win elections. It is the NDC or political party that will go to the election.
Okay.
So kudos to the leadership of the our economy now manage always the issue no. And one thing nobody's asking. When the MPP be a question back home. Say yeah, elections. You pass by economic management and then now as a professor or bad teacher, how can she manage the check? Yeah. Today, it has shown say if truly is idea here say vice president and I share your economy. In fact, our vice president, she's 100 times better than Baumia's PhD doctor of economy. It's clear. Kasa nyakasa performer believing in finding the ways we dibeko inyama ebeboa. And if when the president last time met some of the stakeholders, we didn't bring them just to come and meet a committee to say more of $1 SMO. Was more to joining who said nebetimi economy no as a question.
Okay.
So we will sustain it because we will have a message in the coming years to talk about it. And artificial they attract level no.
Is it a practical solution?
That Omuka say you didn't go beyond 4 months.
I know that.
No, they said that I do way no. Because of your winning elections, so goodwill no they will refer them to the last time about Abemo. 3 months now more goodwill, not only Kosovo. So in your goodwill, I said. Then they came the issue of the American friends, China trade war. Yeah. They will refer them to Baumia's quotation. Says so be a trade war, baby. How can you cross the river, Atlantic Ocean, across so other barriers to come together? And also, I don't say I didn't baby. I could do it. Now let them only say bedu pempem so economic analysis for no. One of them more. Oh, dollar never from the driver hard. Say, I don't know. A bath from the driver hard. What kind of people are this? Maybe who go for almost a dollar the way a bath from no.
About from a hard.
What is it? Oh, my one go for me. No, group me no pen a problem on my way. Say to me, local to a pan, free. MPP as a group. And as I more. Economic analysis for now. Proper don't film. I'm with Framona, almost at itself, especially from Anopana, where they know say a school because no made the Bankuntra Najo. Omukasabian Sebi.
Omudia Chiwempo, Bukumo.
That is Chiwempo. And yet you embody a bro and a moyo. A bro.
Okay.
A bro.
Madi, Yanyan Kratomra.